everyone, this is Margaret Manning with 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Ariane Poole. Ariane is a celebrity and a professional makeup artist. Her job in life is to make women feel and look their very best with using beautiful makeup products. And she has her own amazing line too. So it's wonderful to have you here, Ariane. Welcome.
Oh, it is wonderful to be here. Love sharing. It's really good fun.
You know, it's so great to have you here because we've worked before together on some videos for makeup for older women. And what I love about your approach is that you're always looking for new things and new ways to innovate and not to follow trends as much as to adapt them to your, to your older skin and different, changing face.
You're absolutely right, because just because we get older does not mean that we can't use some of the modern products that are coming out in the modern shades. We may have to use them in a slightly different way. There might be other ones out there that are absolutely so perfect for us that we would be crazy not to give them a go.
Well, and that's it. I mean, I think being a little bit bold is actually one of the characteristics of older women. I mean, we've followed the rules all our lives, and now it's time to do our own thing. So I'm actually interested in a trend that I've heard about, and I'd love your opinion on this. We're always just using the same old mascara, black mascara, black eyeliner, and I know that there's like a spectrum of colors coming out now for these products.
Absolutely.
Tell us about your thoughts on that.
There are some great colors coming out. My most favorite one, and the one that I think that works for our kind of age group, that really enlivens our eye area, is navy blue. To me, navy is the new black. Don't think about those blues that we saw in the 70s and 80s that you could see from sort of like, 100 miles away.
Aquamarine.
That really bold blue. This is a deep, rich night sky navy blue, really, sumptuous blue. And what that does is when we use a navy blue mascara or a shadow or a liner, what that does is it reflects it back into the eye, making the eye whites appear whiter. And as you know, as we get older, our eye whites tend to get a little bit dull looking. So anything that we can sort of help that along without not obviously some people might need to take eye drops and use eye drops, but any other cosmetic way is great. So let me show you a variety of things.
Great.
So I've got some eyeshadows. If you look around, there's a lot of companies now doing blue liners, navy blue liners. I've just launched one as well. Yeah. And this is this one here. Okay. This is called Voyage, and I've actually got this on myself.
Is this from your product line?
Yeah. Yeah, this is my one. This is a gel.
Oh, that's really nice and rich, isn't it? It's a little purpley from this angle. I don't know.
What?
It looks a little purple from this angle. It could be just that your dress is purple. Yeah, I see now. Oh, yes, I see the blue now.
It's a really nice dark Gorgeous. Blue. And again, like I said, it reflects in that. So I've used this around my eye area, smudged it with my finger. This is a great one to do, if you're going to try the blue and you're kind of like, oh, I want to dip my toe in the water. A pencil is a great way to start off. So
did you kind of smudge the pencil at the end? It looks like at the edge of your eye, you've smudged it a little bit, which is great.
I took the pencil and I ran it like this along the base of my lashes, using it this way, because that way you don't get that hard line. So that went there. And then along the top, I just did it here. Right. And then I just smudged it with my fingertip like that.
It's very pretty.
Yeah. So, and I've got brown eyes. It looks good on green eyes. It looks good on blue eyes. It looks good on hazel eyes. It doesn't matter what the eye color is. It will not fight against it. And it doesn't look like a big bold blue eyeshadow like we're used to from the, I remember my mum in the 60s wearing this really bright, powdery sky blue that, again, you could see for miles. And then in the 70s, there was lots of blue. In the 80s, I remember that sort of almost electric blue mascara that was so popular. No, I'm not suggesting that in the tiniest little bit. The other way you can dip your toe in the water is a navy blue mascara. And so a navy blue mascara, I've got to go get one.
Now this navy mascara is a bit more dramatic, I would have thought. I mean, would you during the day wear blue mascara?
I put it on now. See?
It doesn't look blue. I mean, of course, your eye is just beautifully made up, so it's all blending, but that's interesting. So you would use blue mascara daytime as well?
Navy blue mascara is absolutely fantastic. what I love again about the navy blue is if you're not very dexterous and not very confident about using an eyeliner, most people can manage to do the mascara. So they can go, yeah, I could do the mascara, and that's fine. But it's got to be a really dark navy, and there's some good ones around it as well. So go for like a really nice dark navy. Then there's the gel eyeliners that are so popular, that these ones here, like the Bobbi Browns and the various other companies that do them. Let me just put that there.
Now these dry though. Once you put them on, they're not smudgy, are they? They're not smudgy.
You need to work pretty quickly just to make sure you get them right. But again, that's a really nice deep, dark navy. If you're somebody that wants to go again and experiment with the liner, they're nice and waterproof, so they stay put. Let me just get that off my finger for a second.
That's a Bobbi Brown product. You said the gel.
Yeah, they do really nice ones. It's a nice dark navy as well. Then,
so what about eyeshadow? Would you use navy blue eyeshadow as well? Yes. I mean, is that over the top, or would you complement that with some? Oh, okay. Great.
This is I've got two navy eyeshadow palettes. This one here is called Riviera. This one's been in the range for quite a long time. What's really lovely is you start off with this color, then you use that one. Now that looks quite bold, but let me just put it again on my hand there. You see, it's not that bold.
Yes, but it's not as dark as it looks on the palette. So it's very pretty. It's got a gray
wearable. I've got so many ladies coming once they've tried this, they come back again and again because they love the whole concept. And then they team that with like a navy blue mascara, and it's a really refreshing look.
That's really interesting. So blue is the new black.
It is. And then this is a slightly dark one.
That's intense.
The reason why this is darker is for somebody who's got a slightly darker complexion. Okay. So you want to be able to obviously choose the right kind of navy. This is even dark. If I stick that one there, you can see. Yeah,
it's really intense. It's beautiful. Well, I'm actually to be honest with you, quite surprised, because I always have thought of blue mascara, blue eyeliner for an evening. I can see that little dramatic, but it sounds like you the way you've shown it, you could use it anytime, day or night, and it's actually very pretty.
It is. What I team it with is this is my Crystal Taupe. This was my iconic eyeshadow that I first put out many, many years ago. And what I do is I use this as an eyeshadow.
Yes.
And then I pop that pencil that you saw there. Let me just do that.
Is that the liquid to matte eyeshadow that you saw? I love that product. I use the purple one. Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah. And these two together just look really smart, very elegant, very understated. You don't look like you're wearing blue eyeshadow, but it is a really beautiful, sophisticated look.
Great. Well, I hope you've inspired people. You've inspired me. I want to try it myself. But no, I think that's really wonderful. And I think that actually, as we started off saying, is really typical of women in their 60s wanting to be updated and modern and just try something new, but not want to feel like they're overdoing it and they're over made up. It just looks very natural.
It's like you're not trying too hard. You're not trying to be on trend, but you're trying to look the best for your age. You're looking great. So people come up to you and think, wow, you look fabulous. Not, oh, what have you tried out here kind of thing. So,
well, and the thing you said at the beginning about it makes the whites of your eye brighter. I can see that looking at you. Yeah, so anyway, all right, ladies, hope that you found this really useful. Give it a try and then leave your comments in the section below. Like, let us know how you get on with blue being the new black. And actually, by the way, I was just in the mall yesterday and I was looking at clothing and navy is everywhere.
Yeah.
Navy stripes, navy, and because I think for that reason, it's very complimentary on skin, on older skin.
Well, it's not as draining as black. Black sometimes can be quite harsh and quite severe, depending on, it may be better in the evening, but sometimes during the daytime, a black can be a little bit harsh. So this is a nice alternative, especially in clothing. I love navy as well. So and like you say, there's stripes, there's all sorts of things. Great.
Though this is going to be perfect. So I'm glad we went through this. Thank you again. You're just amazing. Thank you, Ariane.
Thank you.
Take care. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.